in our latest term of presidency of the WE4 in 2021-22 one-year session, well, we kind of introduced the topic of international climate policy to the WE4 presidency. That basically meant that we organized 2 events for the WE4 plus Romania and Bulgaria, and our aim was to get prepared jointly for the international negotiations. First one was 1 year ago in September 2021, when we prepared together in WE4+2, plus with the UK presidency of COP26, because COP26 was organized in Glasgow, UK. It seemed to be very useful for us, because we could discuss our national priorities within the joint EU position. I don't know how familiar you are with UNFCCC negotiations, but there it's not by country how you're negotiating, but with larger negotiating groups. And we are part of the European Union as a negotiating group as well. And how we work there in a climate summit as EU is that we have monthly meetings before the COPs, and we prepare a position paper jointly. And it was a very good preparatory work and joint thinking on how to build in the position paper our regional interests. So that was really something new, and that one we tried to develop a bit further this June, when we also organized the WE4 plus Romania Bulgaria meeting with South Korea, which might sound kind of a surprise for you, but who knows international climate policy better may know that South Korea is really good at climate financing, and we felt that we have much to learn from them in the field of climate finance, so that's why we invited them as well. And to go further, we also found that it would be very important to involve a little bit more the civil sector. So we invited civil actors such as the We4SDG Green Policy Center. So I think we had a really nice talk together with both governmental and civil side, and some banking side as well, investment side as well, because also the Asian infrastructure bank was invited. So in that aspect, we tried to introduce some new topics, the topic of international climate policy and also our national climate policies and how to work better together. In the first WE4 summit of ours, we also had the topic of EU actual policies on the table, so how to represent ourselves better in the EU field, not only in the international field. So I think that's certainly kind of a start of a better cooperation, hopefully. What we have as a plan for the future, we would really like to speak more with our WE4 partners about the issue of just transition, because we all prepared our planning in a certain geopolitical situation, which turned then upside down. So we are really curious, and we really want to learn from their lessons learned and how they are tackling this actual situation, how they are able to continue just transition planning with a totally twisted up energy situation. So that kind of cooperation and joint thinking we have in the pipeline. Hopefully it will be reality soon. And what I also shortly wanted to mention is our our cooperation with another region, which is the Western Balkans. I don't know how familiar you are with it, but in 2019, we had a Western Balkans Green Center established. This is very much in line with our general foreign affairs interest that we should help the EU integration of this region, the Western Balkans. And in this aspect, they have many climate and energy expectations set by the EU that that they will have to fulfill. So we try to help them in these aspects, and we are providing funding for them. It's a yearly 800 million forints for different kind of project like investment preparation, capacity building, business planning, and those are supporting, as a first step, the Hungarian companies to help those regions, but also they are very closely cooperating with the local authorities. Most of their projects are financed in Serbia, but they have a very good ratio in all the 6 countries of the Western Balkans. So that is also, I think, an important part of our cross-border cooperations. And in the long term, this cooperation is also planned to be expanded. A green investment fund is planned to be established, and with the involvement of also other countries, not just with the Western Balkans. For example, more expanded to Central Eastern Europe. So that's also in the pipeline, but yeah, it's still a plan. So far, this financing scheme which exists. So, but we have plans.